Hello everyone, I am your instructor Dr. Junaid Bajwa MD, and today our topic of presentation will be about anatomy of the female urethra. We will start from the introduction. Female urethra is part of the lower urinary tract. It is a short muscular canal that extends from the urinary bladder to the external urethral orifice. Its primary role is in urine excretion, but it also plays an important role in maintaining continence. Here, this picture is showing the proximal urethra and distal urethra of the female. You can see clearly in this picture. Then here, this picture is also showing the urethral orifice and vaginal orifice and clitoris, labia minora and vestibule and Bartholin glands. What is the length and location of the female urethra? The female urethra is relatively short compared to the male urethra, measuring only 3 to 4 centimeters in length. It runs downward and forward from the bladder neck and opens into the vestibule of the vagina between the clitoris anteriorly and vaginal orifice posteriorly. Relations of the female urethra with other structures. Understanding the relations of the urethra is a key point. Anteriorly, it lies close to the pubic symphysis. Posteriorly, it is related to the vagina. Superiorly, it begins at the bladder neck, while inferiorly, it passes through the perineal membrane before opening externally. This picture is clearly showing, as you can see, that posteriorly, female urethra is related to the vagina. Anteriorly, it lies close to pubic symphysis. Superiorly, it begins at the bladder neck and inferiorly passing through the perineal membrane before opening into the external genitalia. What are the structures and layers of female urethra? The female urethra is composed of three layers. The mucosa is lined by transitional epithelium near the bladder, which changes to stratified squamous epithelium at the external opening. The submucosa contains a rich venous plexus, giving the urethra a spongy appearance. Surrounding this are smooth muscle layers with an additional contribution from the external urethral sphincter, composed of saturated fibers allowing voluntary control. As this picture is showing the outer circular muscle layer, then in inner longitudinal muscle layer, then there is submucosa, then there is epithelial lining, and then there is the lumen of the female urethra. Then we will study about the sphincters and control of the female urethra. The urethra is controlled by two sphincters. One is the internal sphincter, which is located at the bladder neck, composed of the smooth muscle and functions involuntarily. The external sphincter, however, is a voluntary muscle located in the deep perineal pouch and plays an important role in maintaining continence, particularly under stress or during exertion. This picture is showing the location of internal urethral sphincter, which is located at the bladder neck. Secondly, there is external urethral sphincter, which is located in the urogenital diaphragm externally. Then we will study about the blood supply and lymphatics of the female urethra. Blood supply to the female urethra mainly comes from branches of internal pudendal arteries and vaginal arteries. Venous drainage follows the internal pudendal vein into the internal iliac vein. Lymphatic drainage is mainly to the internal iliac and sacral lymph nodes, which is clinically significant in cases of malignancy. This picture is showing the blood supply of the female urethra. As you can clearly see that internal pudendal artery gives branches, vaginal arteries also give branches to the female urethra. Nerve supply. Nerve supply to the female urethra is both autonomic and somatic. Parasympathetic fibers from pelvic subclavian nerves aids in bladder emptying, while sympathetic fibers from the hypogastric plexus controls the smooth muscle tone. The pudendal nerve provides somatic innervation to the external urethral sphincter, giving voluntary control. This picture is showing the parasympathetic pelvic subclavian nerves innervating the urethra and sympathetic hypogastric nerves innervating the urethra and somatic pudendal nerves innervating the urethra. Then clinical significance. Clinically, the female urethra is a short length, making women more prone to urinary tract infections. Catheterization must be done carefully due to the short and delicate anatomy. Pathologies such as urethral diverticulum can occur and weakness of sphincter mechanisms may result in stress urinary incontinence. To summarize, the female urethra is a short muscular tube extending from the bladder to the vestibule of the vagina. It is supported by both smooth and saturated muscles, receives blood supply from pudendal and vaginal arteries, and innervations from autonomic and somatic nerves. Its anatomical features contribute to the important clinical conditions such as urinary tract infections and stress incontinence. That's it from today's lecture. Thank you very much for listening me very attentively. In case of any query, you can contact me on my given WhatsApp number. Until that time, goodbye to all of you. Thank you very much.